The students, just to recall what we have done yesterday, the lawyer says that he is going to give the judgment. Before that, he asks Antonio whether he has any wish to be fulfilled. And he says, very little. He just wants to talk to Bassanio and reassure him not to regret for whatever has happened. Not to feel sad that he is losing his life because of Bassanio. And he also says that he himself does not feel bad that he is going to sacrifice his life for this cause. Antonio also tells Bassanio to tell his wife, Bassanio's wife, about Antonio and what a great friend he had. Speak good of me after my death. So that is where we stopped. Now Bassanio responds saying, Antonio, I am married to a wife which is as dear to me as life itself. But life itself, my wife, and all the world are not with me esteemed above thy life. I would lose all, I sacrifice them all, here to this devil to deliver you. So now we have the speeches of Bassanio and Gratiano. They will be speaking about their wives. After Shylock regrets of his daughter and speaks of Barabbas. That's what we are going to see in the coming few verses. So Bassanio makes a bold statement. He says, I love my life so much. I love my life something like equal to my own life. She is as dear to me as life itself. That means she is my life. I love her so much. Even then, compared to your friendship, all these things do not stand that precious. I am ready to sacrifice anything. But life itself, my wife and the world are not with me esteemed above thy life. I would lose all. That is, I will sacrifice them all. Here to this devil, to Shylock, to deliver you. So I am ready to sacrifice anything and everything I have, including my wife whom I love, equal to my life, in order to gain your life. That is a statement of Bassanio. Portia, your wife would give you little thanks for that if she were by to hear you make the offer. So it's a kind of a bit funny thing, in the sense Bassanio and company, they do not know who Portia is, but we know, audience know who she is. And she makes a statement that your wife would give you little thanks for this, for saying this, that my wife is so dear to me, I am ready to sacrifice it for your sake, friendship's sake. She will give very little thanks. That means she will not be happy to hear that. If she were by means if she were nearby to hear you make the offer. So it's a very good offer for others. But your wife were to hear it, she would not have appreciated it. Gratiano, I have a wife whom I protest I love. I wish she were in heaven so she could intercede and entreat some power to change this currish Jew. So now Gratiano takes his turn and he speaks of his wife. And he says, I have a wife. Who is the wife of Gratiano? Nerissa. I have a wife whom I protest, I swear, I love. I would means I wish she were in heaven so she could entreat some power to change this currish Jew. I wish that my wife whom I love so much, she were in heaven. That means I wish that she were already dead and gone to heaven, and she is there in heaven to entreat, means to intercede, to speak on behalf of Antonio. If she were to be in heaven, she would have pleaded to God, please help us out in the case of Antonio. So she would have helped to save Antonio from this treacherous, cursed Jew who was having the qualities of a dog. Nerissa, is well you offer it behind her back, that we should make else an unquiet house. So again there is a little pun, there is a little humor. And Nerissa says, is well you offer it behind her back. Behind her back means without her hearing it. Without her hearing it. Because if your wife were to hear it, she would not have appreciated, and it would have led to a quarrel. That we should make else an unquiet house. Unquiet is noisy, argumentative, that is quarreling. If your wife were to hear this, it would have led to a quarrel. Better that you say it not in her presence. Shylock, these be the Christian husbands. These be the Christian husbands means this is what these Christian husbands have to say about their wives. Both of them are Christians. Antonio is a Christian and Graciano is another Christian, and they are speaking about their wives like this. One says, I love my wife so much, but I am ready to sacrifice her for the sake of Antonio, to save him. Another one says, I love her so dearly, but I wish that she were dead and be in heaven. What kind of Christians these are? These fellows are speaking about their wives this way. Then he continues, I have a daughter. Would any of the stock of Barabbas had been her husband rather than a Christian? Oh, these Christian husbands are like this. Actually, they don't care for their wives. Though they say they love them, they don't care for them so much. And it so happened my daughter also ran away with a Christian. I wish that she had ran away with a Barabbas instead of a Christian. Who was Barabbas is given there. When Jesus Christ was led before Pilate. Pilate was a governor, Roman governor in Palestine. The Jewish people led Jesus to him, condemning Jesus of so many reasons, so many treasons, treason against the government. And they wanted Jesus to be put to death. So it was customary that during this Pascha, during the Christian celebration of Pascha, one thief will be set free, one accused will be set free. And Pilate asks the people, whom do you want me to set free? Jesus of Nazareth or somebody else? And there was a person called Barabbas. Barabbas was a culprit. He was a thief, very notorious. He has done a lot of bad things. And people said, we want you to set free Barabbas, not Jesus. So, for the Christian world, Barabbas is a hated person. But Shylock says, I wish that a Barabbas was the husband of my daughter instead of a Christian. Then aside, he tells himself, we trifle time, I pray thee pursue sentence. So, this he did not say outside. His thought about his daughter Jessica running away with a Christian and his wish that she had married Barabbas. He does not say it loudly, he tells to himself. Then he says loudly, be truthful time. We are wasting time. I pray thee, pursue sentence. Speaking about this wives and all those things, we are wasting our time. Let's go ahead. Give the judgment. Let's finish it. Portia. A pound of that same merchant's flesh is thine. The court awards it, and the Lord doth give it. So Portia says, okay, here is the judgment. I will give it. A pound of that same merchant's flesh, that is Antonio's flesh, is thine. The court awards it, and the law doth give. Doth give means the law authorizes it. According to the law, you have every right to have a pound of flesh of Antonio. Shylock, most rightful judge. Shylock is in praise of the judge. Portia, and you must cut this flesh from off his breast. The law allows it, and the court awards it. So you must cut the flesh off his breast. The law allows it, the court awards it. See, whatever Shylock wanted, and the judge is in favor of it. He wanted to have the forfeiture, the penalty, a pound of flesh. That the lawyer allows. Then next he wanted to have a pound of flesh near his heart, from his breast. That also the lawyer allows. And Shylock is extremely happy. He says, most learned judge. Learned means righteous or wise. Most wise judge, the wisest judge. A sentence. A sentence means a judgment. What a judgment. Fantastic. Come, prepare. Superb. You are the wise judge. What a judgment. Come on, Antonio, prepare thyself. Portia. Tarry a little. You remember this word tarry? When Bassanio came to choose the casket, Bassanio wanted to make a choice immediately, and Portia said, tarry a bit. Tarry a little. Now here, Portia tells Shylock, tarry a little. There is something else. Wait a little. There is something else. I have one more point to mention, which I haven't said till now. This bond doth give thee here no jot of blood. That is the problem. The bond does not give you even a drop of blood. It offers you a pound of flesh, it is true, but does not offer blood. The words expressly are a pound of flesh. You go by what is written on the bond only. You don't want to have anything else. I know that. What is written in the bond? A pound of flesh. That's all. Nothing is mentioned about the blood. Take then thy bond, take thou thy pound of flesh, but in the cutting it, if thou dost shed one drop of Christian blood, thy lands and goods are, by the laws of Venice, confiscate unto the state of Venice. So, judgment is very clear. You wanted to have justice. You wanted the bond to be enacted. Yes, you have it. It's mentioned that a pound of flesh. You take a pound of flesh. No mention is made about blood. Therefore, thou shalt not shed even a drop of blood. So, without dropping blood, you take a pound of flesh. If you are going to shed even a drop of blood from Antonio, then all your property, all your goods, all your land, it will be confiscated. Confiscated means taken by force. The state will confiscate all your lands and all your property. and he'll be left without anything. Gratiano, O upright judge. Mark means pay attention. Oh, upright judge. Pay attention, Jew. Shylock, please pay attention. Oh, learned judge. A smart judge. A wise judge. What a judgment. So now it is Gratiano's turn to praise the lawyer. Shylock, is that the law? Now Shylock gets a doubt. Is that the law? Portia, thyself shalt see the act. This is one of your question answers in your workbook, assignment number 11. Shylock, is that the law? Portia, thyself shalt see the act, for as thou urgest justice, be assured thou shalt have justice more than thou desirest. And Portia says, of course, this is a law. You wanted to have justice. What is justice according to you? I should have what is written in the bond. Nothing but the bond. I requested you show mercy, you did not show. I requested you please take more money, you did not take. I said at least be charitable to him, have a doctor, a surgeon arranged so that Antonio will not bleed to death. You said no, it is not mentioned in the bond. You wanted justice. You are given justice, actually you are given more than what is needed. Gratiano, O learned judge, Mark, pay attention, Jew, a learned judge. Again he repeats. Shylock, I take this offer, then pay the bond thrice and let the Christian go. So now he changes his opinion. Shylock surrenders and is ready to take money. Shylock surrenders and is ready to take the money. I take this offer, then pay the bond thrice and let the Christian go. You remember, before the judgment was given, Portia reminded Shylock that there is an offer of thrice the amount borrowed. We can have it. That time he did not agree. Now he says, okay, I will have 3 times the amount and let the Christian, that is Antonio, let him go free. Bassanio. Here is the money. So Bassanio is such a sincere friend of Antonio. He is so happy to offer Shylock the amount. He says, here it is, please take it. Portia, soft. Soft means stop. Stop, don't give, wait. The Jew shall have all justice. Soft, no haste. No, don't give, wait, you wait, don't give, stop giving. The Jew will have only justice. Stop, no haste. No haste means, another word for haste, hurry. Don't be in a hurry. Wait. He shall have nothing but the penalty. What did he want it? What he wanted, Shylock? Only penalty, nothing else. He wanted to have the forfeiture. He will have it. Nothing else. Gratiano, O Jew, an upright judge, a learned judge. He is quoting the words of Shylock and praising the lawyer. Portia, therefore prepare thee to cut off the flesh. Shed thou no blood, nor cut thou less nor more, but just a pound of flesh. If thou cuttest more or less than a just pound, be it but so much as makes it light or heavy in the substance, or the division of the 20th part of one poor scruple, any of the scale do turn, but in the estimation of a hair thou diest, and all thy goods are confiscated. So Portia puts the very strict conditions. More restrictions on the cutting of the flesh. So Portia says, Jew, get ready. Shylock, get ready to cut the flesh. But you should cut exactly a pound of flesh. Exactly 1 pound of flesh. Nothing less, nothing more. Not only so much of less and more, not even 20th part of it. No. Not even the hair, not even the weight of hair. When you balance it, the balance should not go this side or that side, even by the weight of a hair. It should be accurate, exact. Exactly a pound of flesh. Is it possible? Impossible. If it happened to be different, then all your property, all your land will be confiscated by the state. Come on, get ready to cut the flesh. Gratiano, a second Daniel, a Daniel Jew, now infidel. I have thee on the hip. You remember earlier Shylock was praising Portia for his judgment. He said, what a learned judge, a second Daniel has come to judge. Now he takes the same words and uses it against Shylock, Gratiano. He says, a second Daniel, a Daniel Jew, now infidel, I have thee on the hip. I have thee on the hip means very badly caught. You know, kabaddi, you play kabaddi game. When you play kabaddi, the best place to catch is the waist. If you, around the waist, hip. If you hold the person on the hip, then whatever you struggle, they cannot move. So hold it on the hip. It's a vice-like grip. So it's a very badly caught. So I have thee on the hip means I have caught you very badly. Same words he is using to take revenge on Shylock. Portia, why doth the Jew pause? Take thy for future. So Portia is saying, why you are not, come on, you are not going at all, not getting ready to cut. Please, go and cut the flesh. Shylock, give me my principal and let me go. Principal means the original amount that has been given. How much did Shylock give to Antonio? The original amount? 3,000 ducats. So he says, give me the principal and let me go. So when he realized that Portia is not allowing him to have 3 times the amount, now he comes down to the base and he says, give me the principal amount. What I gave, my money, please give me back. That's enough. Bassanio again offers it saying, I have it ready for thee, here it is. Bassanio is always ready because he wants to get his friend free from Shylock. Portia, he hath refused it in the open court. He shall have merely justice and is bond. So Portia says, no, you shall not give him this because he openly, in public, in front of everybody, in the court, he has denied it. I offered it to him. I offered, many offers I made, everything was denied. So it is a public denial and now he cannot have it. Therefore, he will have only justice. Gratiano, a Daniel still say I, a second Daniel. I thank thee, Jew, for teaching me that word. So Gratiano is thrilled with the word Daniel. A grand Daniel. A second Daniel has come to judgment. Thank you, Shylock, for teaching me such a wonderful word. Daniel. Second Daniel. Shylock, shall I not have barely my principal? Shall I not have barely my principal means at least the principal. Bare means minimum. Bare minimum. At least minimum can I have the principal, the amount which I gave. Portia, thou shalt have nothing but the forfeiture. to be so taken at thy peril, Jew. Portia says, no. You will not be given the principal amount. You will be given only the forfeiture. That is a penalty, a pound of flesh, and that has to be taken at thy peril, means at your own risk. What is the risk? It has to be exactly 1 pound. It cannot be less, it cannot be more, not even by the weight of a hair. The balance should move this side or that side. So, at your own risk, you take the penalty, nothing else. Shylock, why then the devil give him good of it? I will stay no longer, question. He says, in that case, why should I stay here? If you are not going to give me even the principal amount, and you want me to cut the flesh, I don't want to take the risk now. Let me take leave of this court. I want to go away. Why then the devil give him good of it? I will stay no longer, question. So Shylock expresses his desire to end the affair in the court and get out from there. We shall see the rest tomorrow. Thank you.